All right. Hello, everybody. Happy Memorial Day weekend. We are in the unusual position of starting the evening off with no draft in process. So let's just go ahead and get in queue. Ooh, not so bad. Had a couple of queues earlier today where I think the same person continued to queue up and troll the group by not confirming. Okay, pick one, pack one. Don't love Song of Creation. Committing to 3 colors is rough. I do like the blue-red non-creatures deck. I am leaning towards the Dorat currently. Other considerations, the Sonorous Howlbonder and the Essence Symbiote, but there is a lot of support. I think that both blue and red are well represented in this set, so I feel okay about taking this one here. Follow-up pack, not ideal. Blood Curdle, definitely the best card in the pack. I'm gonna go ahead and pick that one up. It's always someone. Awesome. I love Ominous Seas here. It's almost certainly the pick. I have really been wanting to force the low aggro Bastion of Remembrance deck. I don't think it's as consistent. Pacifism, a good consideration here. Rooting Moloch as well. We have seen some cycling things go by, but nothing that would make me want to audible. Start going in that direction. Ooh, people pretty slow on their first few picks tonight. That's the third Essence Symbiote we've seen. I'm gonna take the Mystic Subdual. You know, I see this card come around really late, but I think it is horrendously undervalued. I don't think people seem to realize, well, there you go, mutating onto the creature won't give it new abilities. It's right there on the card, but you never really see it played. I can tell you in the last couple of days, this card has blown me out a bunch. It acts like on the board removal for a creature that they are mutating or trying to stack mutates on. And the first time they do it, instead of having to try and figure out if you should kill the creature and let the other creature hit the board, just do this in response and take it out of the picture entirely. Thieving Otter I like along with our Ominous Seas. Back for More also very good. Bonder's Enclave in the right deck, super strong. I think one of the fundamental keys to understanding Limited is being able to understand the different ways in which you generate advantage through hand manipulation or deck manipulation, and especially card draw. That's always been One of my bigger criticisms of games like Hearthstone, there's really no deck interaction. Um, Generating card advantage in that game is a little less important than having like a threatening board state. I'm torn here between the Clash of the Titans and the Pyroceratops. I'm going to take the Clash. We'll grab the Cloud Piercer here. Blood Curdle is a maybe right now. Take the One of Mind. Yeah, I'll take the One of Mind. Ominous Seas on its own is a win condition, and getting a bunch of cards that accelerate it. Ooh, dang. I'm going to take the Essence Symbiote here. I think blue, green, red mutate definitely has legs if we were to go that way. And Friendship. Another one of those cards that I feel like has much more potential than where it's valued. The Gust of Wind here. It is weird seeing the coil bugs so late. Another Symbiote. Oh boy, now I'll take the fixing this time. You might get played. Very cool. Yeah, I mean, we're going to grab the Riel. And now, potentially, I might start picking up more cycling cards depending on what comes through. Boy, not really a lot here. I'm gonna take the Stinger. Archipelagore is awesome. There's a Snare Tactician. We still don't really have any super compelling reason to move into cycling. That's tough. This is a pretty fine pack. Pick up another Otter here. Feel pretty confident that the Pyroceratops would wheel a Majestic Oricorn. Also a very fine card. Probably the strongest card in the pack. Maybe a little bit under charge. Oh, let's take the card that we're almost certainly going to play. Now we're seeing a bunch of the cycling cards come through. Let me take the Startling Development. And the Essence Scatter. Hey Russ, how's it going, man? I'm not hating it. I feel like there's definitely a lot of room for it to get better. Couple of prophecies, just a little bit. I think a little bit of removal probably push this up into a super solid place. But oh, Lord Dracus is awesome. Cool. That's a good pickup for us. It's the unpredictable Cyclone, which I have never really felt super strongly about. Yeah, Dracus is great. I'm gonna take the ambush here. Throw the Vulpikeet in the sideboard. I think Cathartic Reunion with the Riel. It's probably fine as opposed to the Anticipate. Anticipate, Forbidden Friendship, Channeled Force. I haven't played with this card. Russ, have you played with this card at all? I'm going to take the Forbidden Friendship and maybe hope for... Yeah, I feel that. It feels like... Oh, hell yeah. Blister Spit. Right? Like, you keep your hand full for that card? It seems like the kind of card that makes you, like, hope that you draw poorly in order to use it as a kill spell. Fire Prophecy's awesome. Creature count is at 9. This is a spells deck, but there's definitely going to be some tinkering with that as well. Alright, Savai Thundermane, take the second Fire Prophecy. Yeah, it seems like a weird card to have it in an uncommon. I've seen one person play it against me, and it just felt largely irrelevant. God, I don't know that I want to play any of this stuff here. I'm gonna grab the Glimmer Bell in case I need it. It's a 2/2 flyer for 3. I don't love it, but this is awesome. Hell yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, especially when you consider it to a card like Zenith Flare. I mean, they already did Bacon Bolt, right? Which was damage to a creature equal to the number of instants and sorceries. Yeah, if it was just 4 for like an instant speed Beacon Bolt, that probably would have been fine. Although there's already 2 for an instant speed Beacon Bolt. What is that card? That card is just awful. Yeah, Blitz of the Thunder Raptor is just a 2 CMC instant speed Bacon Bolt without, yeah. Ugh. Here's the thing is I don't think well, I'm gonna make room for the Facet Reader again, because with Riel it's very good. I don't think Archipelagore is part of my plan. I don't know, he might be. What is my plan? Poop out a bunch of 8/8s. Stay alive long enough to poop out a bunch of 8/8s. Ooh, hey, what's up, dude? What? Oh man, I really wish we saw weaponize the monsters. That would have been... This would have made for such a good deck. He's a sneaky little Dorat. Okay, numerous cuts. What is this deck trying to do? Get to Ominous Seas and then draw a bunch of cards. What does it not need? Creature count is 13. I don't think we need those. I don't like Gust of Wind in this deck. I think Gust of Wind is fine when it costs 2. But thank you for pointing that card out. I don't need it. Am I going to get to 6? Is this ever going to be a thing? I don't think so. I don't think I'm ever going to cast this card. Do I play the Forbidden Friendships? No. For what? You're just a cycling card. Well, if you're just a cycling card and only have one cycling payoff, you can probably go. Enter the battlefield effects that matter. No. I'm pretty heavy blue, I'd guess. What did I just put away? Yeah, heavy blue. Okay, it's gonna be a weird one. Cool. See how this goes. Yeah, Ominous Seas and Wolverine are both cycling payoffs too. That's right. Ominous Seas especially. And I did throw in a couple of the extra cycling cards there to help facilitate that. Yeah, this could be worse. Ooh, hi Roy Donk. I love that name. I have a daughter due in August, and we're gonna name her Roy Donk. My wife would be really upset if she knew I told you. Yeah, right? And this isn't recorded or anything. She does occasionally pop on and watch. Ah, bummer. Alright, see if he comes in for the attack. He's also drawing a number of cards. This card actually does stuff. Thanks, dude. I'm gonna get it back. I was hoping it still said thanks. Looks like you get a short thanks window after somebody nices you. Yeah, it usually just to say one cycle. Aw, dude, that's mean. Pacifism was so mean. What do you got, Roy Donk? Future name of my daughter, Roy Donk. Yeah, right? He's such a good-looking boy. Why would anyone want to hurt this boy? Ooh, a separate Vulpikeet. Yeah, what you got, baby? Ooh, what you got, baby? He doesn't even know. I'm not gonna Cathartic Reunion. If I draw another land, I will. I think just passing with 4 cards in my hand, 3 unknowns, is gonna put him maybe a little on tilt, hopefully. He does. He did steal someone's purse. He looks like very pleased with himself. Three, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so I mean, he's got... Well, I mean, why is this lizard beast red? You can't just ask why an otter is blue, Russell. Yeah, I was talking about during the draft how this card is really just such a butthole. Yeah, I'm fine with this. Oh, wow. I didn't see that coming. Oh, that does make that a little bit worse. Roy Donk. Roy Donk pulling the Heartless Act out of nowhere. What do you got, Roy Donk? It was a complete misplay on my part as well. I definitely did not need to fire prophecy when I did. Yeah, taking 3. I should have waited until damage resolved to fire prophecy is what I mean to say. I cast this now, it's like I deal 4 damage. It's like I deal 5 damage to him. It's like he pays 2 to take 5 damage and 2 for 1 me. Yeah. Man, 4 cards, dang. Well, that's not ideal. Yeah, right? Good game, Roy Donk. There's a reason that we are naming my daughter after you. No, I don't think there's anything in here that gets me out of this. I'm not going to make him play it out. We're better than that. That one sloppy turn with the fire prophecy was pretty bad, honestly. Would have changed probably the course of the game. Cool. Versus Behemoth. pretty happy with this hand here. Be a lot better on the play, but nice. He's got a strong start too. Menace lifelink, maybe? Menace death touch. Well, it's not lifelink, so I'm not terribly worried about it. I can afford to take some damage while I set up my turns here. Yeah, I didn't figure he'd swing in with the Skull Prophet. I'm gonna take my 3. There's the lifelink. Wow, and then it's pretty bad. What do we even have here right now? Try and race? Oh boy. He got it. Yeesh. That's a weird deck. Yeah, you can't help what you don't see coming. I don't think this is an 0-3 deck, but Jesus. All right, this has got potential. I don't hate this. Yeah, right? They say your life total is a resource, but here you're not supposed to use all of it. I don't know what he was holding priority for on all of that. All Alright, our boy doesn't want to take the trade. Ooh, he's stuck. Oh, boy. That was a good draw. Yeah, I'm happy to get rid of that. Oh, well. I didn't mean to do that one. Yeah, that's free. I'll draw a card. He'll take 6. That was bad. Pacifism on the otter. All right. It's fine. Yeah, I also hate the all attack button. I don't know, that's the hazard of playing games online. You know, I say this all the time. You do things online you would never do in person. You do things in person you would never do online. It's just the nature of the beast. Well, he might actually have Divine Arrow. And we're going to find out this turn. I think he's dead no matter what. Yeah, he's got to tap down. Yeah, I mean, this is a poor way to win with our opponent getting mana screwed. But hey, you get to watch Startling Development do something other than cycle twice now. That's a sad oops. Like, sorry, that sucks. Yeah. It feels good to, like, not 0-3, but it also feels bad to win like that. I'm gonna have to take a trip to freshen my drink in a minute. I'm not usually a 2 a night. Yeah, I got there. Oh, this is a crummy hand. Yeah, he drew a 3rd land and then had nothing, you know. Oh, you missed it. I said I played Startling Development as a non-cycling card again for the 2nd time to win that match. This is bad. How's it going, Joel? Thanks for coming to hang out, dude. Yeah, our opponent on the aggro plan. This is a pretty good target for that card. Oh, man. Ain't nothing. Ain't nothing but a drink in my hand, buddy. Just another night here in Quarantine World. Ooh. This confident boy. No. You thought he'd put him in the graveyard and turn him into a creature later, but you don't get to do that. This is concerning. I like it. Yeah, 2/3 flyers just fine. Nice. I like it. Yeah. Yeah, now I could totally use Channeled Force. Alright, Elite 438. Well, I don't like that very much at all. Yeesh. Whew. Yeah. Ain't too sure what to do about any of this now. God, do I just 3-for-1 myself? Right? Do I have any other option? Get to stay in the game. But yeah, this is not ideal. This Mystic Subdual had a lot more potential this game. Cool, good. Oof. All right, well, bummer. I'm gonna take 2 minutes and come back, and I guess we're gonna start a new draft because that was atrocious. So I will be right back. Ooh-wee! Alright, let's try that again. Confirm purchase of this item. Oh my god. Okay, this seems better. Thanks for hanging in there. Hope you guys are doing well this Memorial Day weekend. I know it's probably a real drag not being able to grill out, see your families, but if you are staying in and distancing, appreciate you guys being safe. Basher the Destroyer's a pretty nutso card. Also have a Valiant Rescuer and a Blood Curdle. I think Batra is definitely the pick. You know, Valiant Rescuer is if we wanted to force cycling. I just don't know that I'm there in the evening yet. Yeah, grab Batra. Well, this feels bad. The Ominous Seas as well. I'm going to grab the Migratory Great Horn, I think. He's acceleration. He does fit a certain theme. I think green and black work well together. Alright, we got a Heed Bonder. King Caesar. And a Cavern Whisperer here. I think Heed Bonder has the highest ceiling here. Oh man, I can only imagine. I mean, you know, my wife and I are towards the end of our lease, and you know, in addition to having a kid on the way, I've started talking about home ownership, and we have no idea what that landscape is going to look like going forward. So I can only imagine what it like just doing a simple apartment or small home move at this time. That sucks, man. This is all around a pretty poor pack. Honestly, not even sure what to pick up. The best card by far is the Fire Prophecy. And we're not committed to anything yet, so I am going to go ahead and take it. Heed Bonder, I think out of our first 4 picks, is the one card that I feel... Yeah, it's definitely too early to say that we're committed to anything. I think Jund in this limited format can be pretty strong. Red, black, and green all have actually a pretty fine removal suite, and work with the mutate theme pretty nicely. Alright, Friskare Mentor, I'm not upset to pick up here. I think it's hands down the best card in the pack. God, I didn't even think about that. I really just should start focus picking Sudden Spinnerets so that I can get that extra +2/+6 to close out a game. Porcuparrot. Super fine. I'm glad we picked up the Fire Prophecy now. I mean, it's definitely paid off since we are pretty heavy red. A second Heed Bonder, I think, is going to come right in. We might be looking at red-green. That's a pretty clear signal as well. 8th pick Fire Prophecy. That must have been either a stacked pack or people just don't want to be in red right now. Cool. I'm happy with this on the wheel. It's a shame to see what's going by, though. Nothing really huge in this pack. I'm gonna take the Vantasaur here. Grab the Frenzied Raptor. I know, I saw the spinnerets. I'm sorry. I don't even have a Grim Dancer to cast them on. Like, what am I gonna do? Spinnerets are commons, Grim Dancers are uncommons. It just doesn't make sense. It's the Ikoria Draft equivalent of the cart before the horse, Russell. Come on. This guy says vigilance. We've got a theme now. God, I really don't want to. Okay. It's a pretty bad pack again for us. Let's take a second and see where we could potentially go with this. So we have red and green. Yeah, I mean, I think Rock Slide is the card if we stay in the colors that we're in right now. I don't see anything else that really makes me consider moving. The Baby Godzilla, if we do manage to pick up more Mutate in this pack, would be really nice to have. But the Rock Slide is the pick. Wow. Primal Empathy is an absolute house. Yeah, the Baby Godzilla would have immediately made me take the Primal Empathy. There's also a Dreamtail Heron in this pack. As it stands, I'm going to go with the Glowstone Recluse. Wow, and now a Shore Shark. So I think we missed the boat on that. Let me take the Sanctuary Smasher or the Shore Shark and see where things go. You know what? I think the Shore Shark has a higher ceiling. I mean, here's a Parcel Beast as well. Yeah. Got a Naturalist. Man, not taking those blue cards feels pretty bad now. I think this would look a lot better with -1 Rock Slide, +1 Primal Empathy, +1 Baby Godzilla. I'm going to take the Bonder's Enclave here. This is a great card. And especially in a deck like this that gets to 4 power pretty quickly, the card advantage it can generate is phenomenal. I think if we, flush this out to be a more green heavy in the base deck, I take the Brushwag here. I was seriously considering taking the blue-black fixing and maybe even pushing to make this a 4-color green base deck. I haven't really seen enough of what I need to. Mostly, if I had a second Great Horn, I would feel more comfortable moving that way. I think that 4 colors with the green base in this format is very viable. The common fixing lands, the naturalists, and the Great Horns make it super viable strategy. I'll take another Brushwag here. There was a second Proud Wild Bonder floating around. Yeah, here it is. And I think that that's a pretty legitimate win strategy as well. So we haven't seen much more blue the rest of this pack. So I feel like we can move some stuff back in. Pyroceratops has Trample. We do have a number of non-creature spells. Yeah, I mean, suddenly we have... how much mutate do we have? 1, 2, 3. I take the Survivor's Bond. There's our Great Cocoon if we need it. Goryak. Ooh, it's a Gigantha the Wellspring. Which would make us unable to play our Proud Wild Bonders or our Elite Heat Bonders. Alert Heat Bonders, rather. Do we just take it because it's a 5-mana 5/5, or do we grab another Frill Square Mentor? I think we just take it because it's a 5-mana 5/5. It's a fine card. Awesome, another Great Horn. What I'd really like is the green Mentor. Take a second Porky Parrot here. I don't think we'd play anything out of this pack. I'm going to grab the Sandworm. Tigerilla, Footfall Crater. Lead the Stampede is the only thing we'd consider out of that. Sorry, I got a itch on the inside of my nose, and you guys are going to think I'm picking. Someone's going to take a screenshot of this. And then I'll be forever embarrassed on the internet. Yeah, so we're almost through this last pack. Another Naturalist would be awesome. Our 2-drop slot is Thrashed. "20 creatures is a number of creatures." In reality, I probably won't play this Flycatcher, Giraffid. I don't know if I'll be playing 2 Heat Bonders either. I mean, the thing about this card is it has so much potential to just negate incoming damage on a turn-to-turn basis until you find a way through. That, like, when you have them, not playing them just feels silly. Well, there is a consideration for playing this as just a mutate card. Well, Excavation Mole does have Trample for the double Proud Wild Bonder. There's a lot of room to make changes to this deck, especially on account of our unconventional win conditions. That's kind of nice to see. Cool. So we're gonna have to take a second to deck build this. Let's take a look at what we have for our mutate package. It's not a whole lot. Right, and so maybe cards like Porcuparrot don't necessarily have as much value. We have a couple of competing themes here. So we have Vigilance, which is small with the 2 Heed Bonders, the Mosscoat, and the Flycatcher. We have Trample, 2 Wild Bonders, the Pyroceratops, and the Brushwags. So let's see. That's a card that we don't need to play. And this is a card that we don't need to play. Migration Path doesn't much feel like a card that we need to play either with 2 Great Horns. So what do we need to play? Get everything worked back out by CMC and see where we are. Okay. We're at 21 right now. Let's show just our green and red cards. 21 cards and 18 creatures, 3 non-creature spells. Which means that while Pyroceratops plays nicely with our Wild Bonders, it doesn't really do much else for us. 18 creatures is a pretty considerable amount. So what is our win condition here? It's probably trample damage with the Wild Bonder. I think this is a good tech card. Our 3-drop slot is pretty stacked. I don't know. Do you guys see anything in here that I am missing? Yeah, Sandworm, I think, was going to be the last card just because it needed that fat. Footfall Crater is questionable. The Flycatcher Giraffid is a little questionable as well. And if it is, I mean, all of these cards together as a package. I mean, the rest of this, the replacements for this looks like Fertilid, Bristling Boar, Excavation Mole, and what, either Leosaur for the Mutate, or Migration Path, or Lead the Stampede? Yeah, I don't think that this is what the deck wants. Do you think that it's worth playing the Vigilance package, the 4 cards there? When my 3-drops could be something like Fertilid, Excavation Mole, and have the extra 4-drop here from the Bristling Boar? I think that this is a 16 land deck with the Naturalist and 2 Great Horns. I would feel pretty comfortable there. Yeah, it's true. They are tough to get rid of. And is there any other Vigilance, incidental or otherwise, in here? There isn't. So if I play the 2 of them, they only play them. They only play off of themselves. How about this? The Pyroceratops I feel strongly about keeping because of the Wild Bonder. I feel like my win condition is like this card's text. But I suppose you're right. What do I have? 4 non-creature spells? And they will most likely hit the table before I play the Pyroceratops. So throw in the Mold, you think, for another 3-drop instead of... what, a Lead the Stampede? I think 20 creatures is... I mean, you're right, but Excavation Mole has a downside. You know, Pyroceratops' downside is my deck, and Excavation Mole might just mill me out of cards that I want to play with no resource to get them back. And my 3-drop slot is stacked. Yeah, but I mean, Survivor's Bond, justifying playing Survivor's Bond because of Excavation Mole is questionable. Lead the Stampede to refill my hand, I think, is probably the best bet. Alright. This is where we're at. We'll play a game or two with this one before we call it a night and see if we can't throw a couple of wins under the belt. Yeah, this isn't bad at all. Pretty happy to keep this. Also, certainly wouldn't mind a Brushwag or something off the top. I drink Listerine. To each their own, my dude. Actually, not bad at all. It's going to replace my play. That is not getting Fire Prophesied. So I don't really think that these are the colors. Well, he could Divine Arrow his own Caprador. Nice. Well, to draw land. Don't think that my play changes, though. I'm gonna have a 5/6. Get another green. I'm gonna come hot right out the gates here. Pacifism. Essence Scatter? Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it's the colors. You expect things like that. Take our licks. Six. We're taking another 6 this turn. It's not ideal. I missed the attack with the Goryak, but pretty disheartened by the showing here. Another pacifism. Good game. Very good. That's your third time, the third startling development, man. I'm telling you, people just see that as a one CM, like a one mana cycling card, but card wins games. All right, yeah, man, startling development everywhere tonight. We have to get as good as we give, and if we can win 2 matches with startling development, we can lose one. All right, let's make this our last match of the night, win or lose. Like the opening hand, definitely a lot of potential. See what Silent Sword's got to, oh my god, Sword. Silent Sword. See what this guy's got to give. Forbidden Friendship and Startling Development. Hidden Gems of the Format. Calling it now. Oh, dang. We don't get to play, he says. Sun Spinnerets was a fluke. Yeah, honestly. First pick Sudden Spinnerets. Ah, Jesus. This guy is doing what we want to do so much better than the way that we're doing it. Oh, no. I don't have any idea what to do about this. Is there a card in our deck that fixes this? 3, 4. No. Is the answer no? No. The answer is no. It doesn't matter what I block. He just makes them all as combat damage. Well, thanks for coming to hang out with me tonight. This was a total bust. We got scuffed up real good. But that's the way it goes. You just don't win them all. I hope you guys are staying safe. I hope you have a wonderful Memorial Day. Can't wait to see you guys all in person for Paper Magic Drafts when the state opens back up.